this out the way. Oops.
Welcome, welcome, Facebook and YouTube viewers. This is another episode of Sentai Riders United. I am the Toyman. Before we get to our news topics, well, let's go down the line here. First off, we have Volt.
Hi, everybody.
Next in line, we have
Hello.
We have Eric next.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am next. And
And last but not least, we have Frogs.
Ribbit.
Hey, Ribbit.
I think he's taking care of
I think he walked away. We'll come back to him later. Anywho, before we talk about our topic today, we have our news of the week. And we have a lot of it, so we're going to try to fly through. Alrighty, so, first and foremost, oh good. There's a reason why we keep you employed, Mr. Volt. So.
I'm the one that keeps you guys from going.
So, first off, we have some more news about Ninja. Apparently someone in Toei likes checking their anniversary calendar because, according to the article, yeah.
Okay. Technically, Ninja is the 40th year of.
Even though it's the 39th.
Yes. It's a weird technicality that's actually pretty darn funny. I don't know what to do.
All right, let me. I'll start this. It's weird because it's not really weird because Goranger was a long series. So this weird number it kind of makes sense, especially for something like Chodeki Sentai, being the 19th installment, but it celebrated 20 years in the series. So I've seen this before, and there's so many things going on with this series. First and foremost, the names. Like, this is the first series since the very first one where they're actually using the Japanese names as for their colors, like Aka Ninja as a remembrance. It reminds me of Akarenja.
Yep.
There's a whole bunch of other anniversaries going on that's subtle and part of the storyline. Anybody else would like to touch on that?
As long as it's subtle, I don't mind. As long as it does not become the absolute main focus of the series, like it did for Kaiger,
Yeah.
It'll be good.
I'm kind of on that one. Let's say to keep it subtleness.
What I do like about this series is that there's a white ranger again, and it reminds me of Kakuranger.
Well,
there's a lot of things in this that remind me of Kakuranger, mainly the story.
Yeah, but the thing with this one, in terms of the colors, the thing that gets me is usually in a series it's either a pink ranger or a white ranger, and in this case we get a pink and a white.
Not the first time.
This has happened before in Changeman,
well, it happened in Changeman, but I'm talking about in more recent stuff, basically Q Ranger Beyond. Since that's what most people over here know as, our Power Rangers.
I mean, we've had teams that have just had odd color combinations. I mean, the Cocker Rangers had no pink. In fact, if we just change pink's color to black, we have the Cocker Ranger team.
Guess so.
Yeah.
Then you had Hurricaneger, who had a red, a yellow, and a blue, but then they had a crimson and a navy, which might as well just be red and blue again, and then a green.
I think what's more significant here is this is the return of a male yellow. We haven't had one since 2005's Maho Sentai Maji Ranger.
Yep.
Which isn't that also another anniversary? Isn't there like
No, it wasn't.
no. What I'm getting at is, isn't this like this year celebrating like anniversary year from?
I think he means in terms of a year, not like a series number.
Well, yeah, but that's coincidental.
Yeah. But yeah, this is going to be interesting.
We'll have to see. I
Don't
mean,
love those suits.
I mean, what I will say the flaw of the article is that they don't explain why there's that gap.
It's again, yeah. Go Ranger went long. It I think went the length of 2 years.
it did.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I
We're almost
think
about
it's a bit of a failure to not actually explain the
Yeah.
type of article.
Yeah, I can definitely see that.
All right. Well, is there anything else we want to say on this one?
Nope. I think moving on.
Moving on. So, we have behind the scenes photos, and which means that we have a look at the yokai foot soldiers. Where I'd like there they go.
You can
Very
barely
small.
tell what they look like.
Let's see if I can do this. Zoom in.
Yeah.
They're not even in full suit.
No, because
They're not wearing helmets.
They're not wearing helmets. This one guy isn't. This guy's not wearing his gloves.
Yeah.
and
This is
something.
like a lot of
You're also seeing them from the back.
Yep.
One other thing I want to make mention of is if you look on the other picture, the one where it's
The bow.
Aka Ninja, his bow is very reminiscent of Gaim's bow.
Actually, and this is kind of a more an older throwback, I think, because it actually reminds me a lot of the Falcon Summoner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, although you gotta remember that this is one of a few different modes for this weapon.
Yep.
True.
It's actually quite. It's actually about the same size as Falcon Summoner and Sonic Arrow, which makes me wonder: does Japan have something against longbows?
I don't know.
Makes me wonder because I like a long bow. Makes me wonder if they have something just a recurve too.
Well, I feel like whenever they use a bow, it's either a short bow or a bladed bow.
Yeah.
I just hope we see some more.
One longbow to make me happy, but whatever. There's really not much to this article. I mean, you can barely see the yokai. We get to see the ninja bow a bit,
but then we already saw it with some other shots in the toy catalog too.
Yeah, it's just the usual spy shot.
Yeah.
Anyone else have thoughts on this?
No, sir.
It's really not very significant, and at least by the looks of them, they don't look like the foot soldiers will be as cool as the Kuros from Toku.
Hmm. Oh.
Nah. I don't have anything else to add to this.
Yeah, well, I guess I will move on to the next one. Kamen Rider Gaim Guide to Feature Doctor's Romance.
You know, it's funny that this is mentioned because this is actually kind of brought up in the thing that we're reviewing today. Because you know exactly what I'm talking about, don't you, Volt?
Yeah, I'm actually reading this now, and it seems like this is going to be more of a adult romance.
Well, it is more of a side story. So
Yeah, I know, but it's like apparently he's gonna have a full-on love scene that's might be a bit more adult than usual.
At the
I
same
mean,
time, there's
considering
only
it
so
said
far
that a common,
Yeah,
is still Kamen Rider.
this is
well,
true.
I mean, yes, but it does say a Kamen Rider prologue has some content not suitable for kids.
That was A, years ago, and B, a standalone movie.
This is
Hopefully,
this is also a direct-to-DVD V cinema, so I don't know. I'd have to wait and see. See, it's very vague on what they mean.
Yeah.
yeah. But we'll see. All right, next.
Well, I mean, we lost the frog.
We lost the ribbit.
rivet.
So we have a look at Shapool, Kaito's lookalike. I don't know these
They're-
names.
Pouring a Prince and the Pauper on us.
No,
I
it's like one of those guys that look like one of those dudes in the Spanish romance TVs.
Yeah, he does.
Oh man.
I mean,
I have a dozen jokes about this outfit and the way he looks that are just bouncing around in my head, but I will not make you all suffer.
He looks like a
I
new
have an idea of where that could be. Okay, just because of that suit, I'm definitely going to have to see this movie just to see what the hell.
It's interesting. It's not bad. It's
Oh
sharp.
no, it's not bad. It's just all right. He goes from looking badass in the series to
Character.
Yes,
I know. But I'm just saying, we're so used to seeing the person who plays Kaito in that particular style of clothing. So to see him portraying a mirror image of himself, of the Kaito character, in that's just like, okay, I'm not used to this.
yeah, it's kind of a jarring sensation. I'll give you that.
Although, here's the thing that you might not know, Kaito's outfitter, Yutaga Kobayashi, is actually far from being as serious as Kaito is. In fact, if you see a lot of the behind-the-scenes stuff, he moves around a lot. He'll make funny faces, do silly things all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's what I understand. It's just that. So pretty much this Shapool character is going to be a more accurate representation of the actor, whereas Kaito's just all the time.
Yeah, somewhat.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting. I'll say that.
I'm curious. That's all I can really say.
Yeah.
Eric, you got anything?
I don't. This is weird because I don't know. This looks very weird.
It's left him at a loss for words. It kind of leaves me at a loss.
It's interesting. I think what I like most about it is that apparently stuff like the V cinemas get their own dedicated Twitter account.
That's weird.
Because it doesn't say like
Speaking of
Toei
Twitter-
or Kamen Rider. Oh, we'll plug that at the end.
Oh, wait, just saying, we made a Twitter. If you guys don't know, follow us, please.
Yeah, although it's kind of my subreddit.
Yeah, it's interesting. Any thoughts? Or are we?
Nope.
Ah, I misclicked. Nobody saw anything.
I'm good. I have nothing else to say on the matter.
Well, then I guess we're on to Superhero Taisen GP news.
Enter Shocker and Neuronos.
Shocker's back, everybody!
Oh my God, Shocker's back! What a surprise! Oh no!
Who cares? They've used Shocker so much. That's not a big deal at all.
I know, it's just like, why is this being treated as a big deal?
Now, see, I'm more happy with the fact that Sakurai Yuto is coming back. I'm happy about that one because, from what I can understand, this is his first entry back into Kamen Rider after a long stint, and back into acting.
Yeah, it has, but also, I believe this is, like, I think this has also been the first time Deneb's been back in a while.
I think so.
The thing is, I'm not really that excited. I mean, Yuichi Nakamura as Yuto is great, but I just, keep waiting for the day when Takeru Sato would come back as Myotaro.
Yeah, but he's tied up doing the Kenshin movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they only have one more left.
I mean, I'd love to have him back.
The one I'm happy that's back is Sakuya Tachibana, because Garen's back, everybody. You're all gonna get burning divided in the face.
Hey, update. I don't think I'm liking it anymore.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
Well, because he didn't say anything before, we have frogs again.
Yeah.
Hi there.
I want to mention that this time, as something I tried to say, but I was interrupted. This is the first time I'm going to show, as you guys have already seen, this is the first time I'm showing my face here, and I plan to do this for, a lot more often.
Woo!
So, and we mean that wholeheartedly and sincerely. We don't mean that as an asshole. So,
what I'm not looking forward to, not to switch the subject on Tomas's beautiful thing. But I mean, what's going on with this movie? Is it going to be a superhero Taisen, or is it?
It's called a Superhero Taisen. So,
but is it going to be like
what
Taisen featuring Super Sentai?
Well, it's officially called Superhero Taisen GP. We just haven't seen the Super Sentai side yet.
I think they're just, they're just doing Rider first and then Sentai later, maybe. I don't know. They only have like a few more months.
yeah.
They're probably saving revealing any Sentai stuff for after Ninja comes out, since that's going to be the current Sentai at the time.
Oh, that makes sense too.
I mean,
clearly, Superhero Taisen Z was, the greatest thing ever.
The only person they could... Actually, there are a couple people they could probably bring back on the Sentai side that would make me flip my lid. But, like, someone I want to have come back is Akashi. I want Akashi from Bokenger to come back, take charge, and just say, superheroes attack. That would make my day.
That would definitely be interesting. But if we don't, do we have anything else to say on this specific article?
Garen's back. Everything else doesn't matter.
Garen's back. Everything else doesn't matter, I guess. Unless Zorono shoots lightning at a tree.
Yes. He's got to kill another tree.
It only happened once.
I don't care. It was cool as hell. Alrighty. So
Anybody else? Or...
That one.
Because we are already at the 20-minute mark and we need to motor on through.
More information on the GP movie behind the scenes. We're still... Basically, this article says that we have... This is a behind-the-scene photo that's been taken. We still have no idea of any of the Super Sentai heroes, as the article plainly says. We don't know who's coming back. This is probably going to be one of those things where it's going to primarily... It's probably, the way it's looking, going to be primarily Kamen Rider instead of superhero. instead of Super Sentai.
Yeah.
Which would be interesting, but at the same time, it's like, why call it Superhero Tyson? Because, Superhero Time is the block. Superhero Tyson would lead you to believe that both Kamen Rider and Super Sentai are involved. We've already had a Kamen Rider Tyson. If it's going to be all Kamen Rider, just call it Kamen Rider Tyson. Be done.
Having a small freak out right now.
We just have to wait and see.
So, the people that we can clearly see in this shot are Super 1 Decade Z. Actually, I'm really sure that's J, not Z, whatever. And I believe the guy in the middle here is supposed to be Sango. I don't know who's getting suited up here.
Yeah.
It's Garen.
No, Garen's over there, but if you look really, really close... Hi,
That looks
Chalice!
Yeah, that's Callus.
Which makes me wonder if his actor is coming back, because he actually really, really loves being Hajime.
And then also, you had
Kenzaki's actor. Yeah, Kenzaki's actor also really likes playing Kenzaki, and he has...
And at the very least, Mutsuki's actor came back for Super Climax Heroes as the voice of Lego.
Yeah. I'm actually wondering if that's Liangle, not like Sango's helmet, but Liangle's right there.
Maybe.
And whoever is getting suited up here is Blade. It would make sense.
Yeah.
It would be interesting to see those guys come back because we haven't seen them
That
come
is
back.
Liangle. Because if you look right here between this guy's legs, there's a gold band.
Oh.
And Liangle's suit was green, gold, and purple.
Okay.
I can kind of see some silver leg guards over there, so that actually might be Blade, and that might be Liangle.
Possible.
We can hope.
If you guys think that's Liangle and Blade, leave it in the comments.
Yes.
Or tweet at us or something.
Comments. We have live commenting today. It's great.
Yeah.
Seriously, you can kind of talk with us on this one.
Yeah.
I'm talking with you guys. But yeah, no. Other than that, I don't get the title of this article. That's all behind-the-scenes photos, more riders versus...
Yeah. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see what happens.
I'll be a bit upset if this has Super Sentai in it and they're all dead suits.
Yeah, that will be aggravating.
So.
But anyway. So, do we have anything else to say about this?
No, sir.
Alright, let's move on to some belt hacking.
Dun dun dun.
Dun dun dun. So, apparently, a YouTube user fiddled around with his mock driver, and found a very interesting sound effect relating to someone named Ryder.
I'll be a bit upset if this has...
Yeah, no, not someone named Rider Chaser. That's actually how the system works. For a transformation, it'll say Rider, then the name. And that could also apply to forms.
Yeah, I gotta go with KRX here. I think it's just someone heard a sound and might have jumped on it a bit too much.
I don't know. We'll just have to see. Because it's still too early for Machine Chaser.
Yeah, although this might kind of go along with how the Ride Crosser, which is Kamen Rider Mach Super Machine, is a combination of his bike, the Ride Mocker, and Machine Chaser's bike, the Ride Chaser. There's definitely some kind of connection between the two.
Yeah.
We'll just have to see.
Yeah.
Alright.
Frogs, any thoughts?
Give me the chaser booty.
Why do I let you people? All right, I'm moving on. We have a
Next.
Power Rangers iOS game. Done. Moving on.
Oh Lord.
Uh,
Can we skip this?
I really, honestly, what this looks like.
Okay, I will skim over this really quick. The game will feature an all-original story and will feature all Rangers from the past 22 seasons to fight a new enemy called Nero Dark. That is a terrible name. The game will feature a card-based... Oh, great! So they made a Power Rangers card-ass game.
Wait, would they indicate or whatever? Whatever. I don't know the word. I forget the word. But can we use the Megaforce cards at all?
I don't know. It doesn't say that at all. It just says that it is a card-based battle which will allow players to collect and trade Ranger, Villain, Zord, and Weapon cards.
Oh wait!
Okay.
Do that.
Yeah, it's probably going to involve the ACG.
Yeah, and
If it involves the card game, I mean, gives us somebody a reason to buy the cards. That's if the game is good. If it's good, then it's a considerable thought.
Well, I mean, people with the Gosei mode already have a reason to buy the card.
Yeah, but I'm saying other than the Ghost Warfare.
All right.
Oh.
So yeah, that's pretty much it. They made a card-ass game.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Yep.
Next.
This is kind of a fun one. Japanese Spider-Man is going to be making his Marvel Comics debut.
He already did.
Don't know.
It happened this week.
Nice. For those who don't know, one of the current Spider-Man storylines is him basically dimension hopping.
No. He's okay. So what's happening? I can skip up the comments. It's like the Spider-Verse is a really badass enemy. He's killing all the other spiders. So then Peter Parker just keeps summoning other Spider-Men from the other Spider-Verses and whatnot. And like this time they got Spider-Man, so Japanese Spider-Man, and Lipardon.
Takuya Yamashiro.
Yeah.
The point is that from what I've read, like this is the closest thing that Spider-Man has ever gone to a kind of in-name only incarnation.
Yeah.
Oh my.
So basically they're saying Japanese Spider-Man is canon to the Marvelverse now, even though he lasted 2 pages, because they actually showed right there him dying in the next page.
Not
right there. That's him dying.
Good job, Adrian. Good job, Frogs.
That's not him dying, that's
Leopardon getting wrecked.
Yeah, but he's in the Leopardon. I assume he just died.
It doesn't exactly mean that he's gonna die.
No, everybody say I actually haven't picked up this issue, but everybody who on Facebook Rangers and on the Spider-Man group I'm in saying he died in that.
All right.
Oh well.
Good job.
Or Leopard.
I'll probably pick up this issue next week and I'll tell you guys about it.
Alright, I'm gonna just crack these 2 jokes here. What's up, punk rocker Spider-Man, with your little spike mohawk on your mask? And why is this guy just randomly wearing pants?
I think that might be Indian Spider-Man. Yeah, that's the thing.
Wait, say it. I only heard Spider-Man.
Indian Spider-Man.
Indian Spider-Man.
Oh, yeah, and then there's British Spider-Man here with the Union Jack.
Oh, God.
And then I see Iron Spider over there, and I'm really sure Scarlet
That could be Superior Spider.
I always took the 3 legs coming off the back as Iron Spider.
Wouldn't it be 6?
I don't know. Iron Spider was weird.
Okay.
Favorite, but he was weird. Any comments on this, or am I moving on?
We're moving on.
Moving on.
People got married.
People got married. What's his name? I don't know the name of actually the Time Ranger Red. Time Red?
Muscle
Red Time?
Guy. He was Time Red. And
like the actual
he married his co-star.
It's a movie.
Alright, yeah, he got married. Congratulations. Next.
Yeah, basically.
Yep.
Scarlett Johansson's
right.
doing a thing.
Scarlett Johansson is going to be
The Major. Alright.
I'm actually okay with this.
I'm not.
I'm okay with this.
Tokusatsu. Alright. Anybody else have any opinions on...
This is barely Toku, so let's move on.
I've never seen Ghost in the Shell, so I don't know.
What is wrong with you, man?
Yeah. Hey, have you ever stayed up until like 6 in the morning on Toonami? Like what?
I don't have programming at all.
Oh.
Meaning
I also have the
no
series,
TV.
so...
Okay.
Although I'm considering getting it. Alrighty, next.
Eric, you got anything on this, or are we moving on?
Necessarily no.
Cap.
Sorry, Eric.
Sheep. Red Ranger's holding a sheep.
Sheep. Meh.
Year of the
Wait,
oh,
is
it's the year of the sheep. That
Yes.
makes more sense.
are they the? Wait. Are they Jesus?
No.
What happened to your hair? Oh, there's stuffed sheep. Oh well.
Yes.
Everybody, what happened to your hair?
They cut it?
He cut it.
No, all of them did. Except for Amy and No-Sun. In fact, No-Sun's crew.
It
I don't
happened.
know. It's so weird seeing Ryo Ryosei with short hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, usually that.
Who that is? It's Kyoryo Red.
I mean, usually that stuff happens because they either did for another role or because they didn't expect to be called back for the old role.
They didn't expect it. Especially Daigo. He actually got in trouble for cutting his hair. he didn't know he was gonna come back.
Which I don't know how that is a thing that they consider. Because it's like every year Sentai has a crossover.
It's possible that he's not really very familiar with that kind of stuff, and so he might not have known about the whole crossover thing.
I guess.
I forget. I read about this. It's actually on Orange Range somewhere. We just didn't talk about that article. Also, if you scroll down to the ladies, especially like right there, Miyu, makeup works wonders because she looks nothing like she does in the show.
It's probably just the camera.
I'm pretty sure it's the lack of makeup also.
I have comments about how he looks in this picture, and they are not kind.
Uh-oh.
They all look like mannequins. It's scary.
No, he kind of looks like the new Devil May Cry Dante.
Oh, oh God. Oh, no.
That's not a bad thing.
No.
It is to me.
I like DMC.
Although, you know,
The dick!
should they do what they've done in the past and maybe give him a wig?
I would be fine with a wig. Yeah, I think it's the cameras just making them look weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, they look like mannequins.
Except for Uchi. No matter what you do, that guy looks like he's alive.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually have a friend of mine, and if she watches this, she's going to shoot me for saying this, but I don't really care. She's madly in love with Uchi. I hope to God she never meets him. He's going to get jumped.
Huh.
And not in the clean way.
Alrighty then, next article.
Yeah.
Moving on. Okay, this makes me happy. We are getting a reissue of the reissue.
Oh
It's a
God!
legacy of the legacy. It's a legacy Gaim on Megazord.
I feel sorry for anybody who just spent $200 on one of these things on eBay.
I do have to say one thing about this, and it is whoever did the paintwork for this test shot of the mammoth head needs to be fired because he made the mammoth head look silver.
Actually, that's the way it is.
Well, to be honest, go back and look like the original mammoth head because I just happen to have mine here. I have the original 1993 Megazord of this. Okay, this is the mammoth head. It's actually very gray, not black. So so in a way, this is a little more authentic to the original.
But show accuracy and tokusatsu and purism.
Oh, I know. I know. But I don't know. I had the 2010 Megazord before I got the original 93 Megazord. Yes, that one was show accurate, but God, that was a piece of crap.
It was all right.
It was okay until
I have a friend who borrowed one of my Gundam liner pens, and he did some detail work, and it made it look a lot better.
It was Philippe.
I was protecting the innocent, but okay.
We've said his name a million times here. It was Philippe.
Other than that shield, yeah, everything looks good. I actually might get this.
See,
what is the details of this reissue, though?
See, I actually need to see a Legacy Megazord in person. I've seen pictures of them, but I've never seen one in person to see if it would even be worth considering getting one. I have the original 93 versions of all three. So I have the whole Ultrazord. But my understanding is they have the Ultrazord, the entire Ultrazord made for this, plus they're considering on making legacies of the legacies of the Thunder Megazord.
Are you serious? Is that really true?
No, those are just rumors. Those are dreams and wishes.
No. From what I can understand, at one of the Comic-Cons, they've actually got pictures of at least a prototype right now.
That would be on the internet right now, wouldn't it?
Do what?
That would be all over the place if there was a prototype of a prototype.
Hang on, I'm looking.
Might be confidential.
It might be, but it may be that there's, other than this one particular thing that they allowed to get out, because it was at a Comic-Con. But they have like a prototype of the dragon from Dire Ranger as well as the Tiger Zord.
I'm looking. Don't worry. For now, though, I think it's time we move on to the main topic because we are 40 minutes in.
I have the details for it. So it's going to be $60. Awesome. It's going to be available on Entertainment Earth, and it's on pre-order. I believe the pre-order starts sometime soon if it hasn't started already. And it's going to be a limited run. Like probably even more limited than the original. So that means pre-order it, and if you don't have the Dragon Zord or Titanus, then you have until next Saturday, because they're going to be on sale until next Saturday. And since they just got discontinued this week, they aren't going to restock.
Wait, the Dragon Zord is discontinued? Fuck!
Yeah, Dragon Zord, Titanus, Dragon Dagger, and Legacy Tommy Morpher have been discontinued. Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to get my Dragon Dagger now.
No. You can still get it. You can still get it. You can still get it if you go to a store that has it available, or if you buy it online. But
I would have to buy it online because I have to drive to the next county to go to a Toys R Us.
Well, you get if you're gonna buy it online, I suggest you use Razzle Dazzle because you'll get the coupon. So you'll get it for the sale, but you have until next Saturday to get it.
Whatever.
Well, I do get paid next Friday.
So
Let's just move on.
Yeah. All right. So I guess we need to just yeah. Let's move on to our wonderful topic.
Soccer ball.
So, if you can't gather from the title, we are reviewing a wonderful movie called Kamen Rider Gaim Great Soccer Battle. Well, I think it was good.
I think it was good.
I don't know.
Well, apparently we all have mixed feelings.
That's good. That's good. This is good. This is gonna be fun.
Yes, this is going to be interesting.
Just for the record, the movie is called Kamen Rider Gaim Great Soccer Battle Golden Fruits Cup.
Yep.
Thank you. I got the biggest. I got the majority of it. I tried to get all of it, but yeah. Anyway, so it starts off. If you remember in the series, there's one episode is kind of a leeway into the movie. There's an instance where was it Kaito that fell into the dream?
Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, Kaito falls into a dream, and it revolves around this soccer thing, and it's supposed to be the movie happens after this episode. So basically, this episode is hey, come watch our movie. I didn't like that in the series, but the movie was okay. The movie was good.
I thought it was great.
It had. Go ahead, Bo. Go ahead, Bo.
I think the movie was actually a lot of fun. I had to rush through a bit of it because of time constraints, but I definitely saw what they were doing with it, and it was interesting. The problem was it all felt rushed in some points because they really, really, really wanted to get Kogane and Mars on screen.
Yeah.
That's what I felt like too. It felt very rushed, and I didn't like.
Well, not all of it. Like they went through the necessary amount of setup, but
yeah.
The movie was so rushed, I felt like I was having a heart attack.
Part of it, part of what I didn't like, and it's more of a personal thing. I just didn't feel comfortable with the idea of a writer playing soccer. When I saw the banana arms and then making a field goal, I don't know, man.
Well, it's not all that crazy, especially because for a lot of writers, their main attack is the rider kick, and soccer is all about kicking.
And headbutting.
I see what you did there.
And chest bumping and seriously, apparently in soccer you can use any part of your body except your hands.
Your hands.
Unless you're the goalie.
Yeah.
Unless you're the goalie. Hence why Knuckles got put in the goalie position. Bam. Walnut. That's it.
But getting back to that, I must have a very different perception of pacing than you guys because I didn't think it was rushed at all.
The story wasn't entirely rushed. It just felt like in some cases, and it might have been a tad bit because of a little bit of the skipping I had to do. But it did feel like, okay, we really need to get Kogane and Mars out. We need to get Dark Gaim out. Let's do it. Go, 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 go. For like around the end, they just needed to get all of those new suits and stuff out.
Yep. That's what I was going to say. It seemed like up until the 30-minute mark, about the halfway point, it gave a really good lead up. But then after Mars decides, to go all out and attacking all the people, that's when it started feeling rushed. It's like, okay, wait a minute, hold up. Okay, we're already at the end. All right, good, I think. it was complicated. Good,
Enjoyable.
but complicated.
Do you know that
Actually-
feeling you get when you play like a video game and the video game feels highly unfinished?
Yes.
I wouldn't
That's how I
feel that.
felt. That's how I felt watching this movie. It felt like it wasn't finished, and they just threw it out there for the world to see. And like it was really rushed. Like when Peko got Matsubokuri energy, I was in the Genesis driver. I said, "Excuse me, how? What? Why?"
Yeah.
And I didn't understand why, where, and how. And
Well-
they never. I feel like they never touched that.
Green, but it's implied that the little black bug that stuck to him is what did it.
Yeah.
It was implied, but it was never said. So,
Well,
in,
in that case, it follows a very strict thing in storytelling called show, don't tell.
Well, I guess the problem there is that they actually either showed nor told how he got it.
yeah,
Yeah,
And
no,
then-
like I will give that. It's just like, oh hey Peko, sup? I got this driver. I'm gonna try and kill you now.
and then his suit only appears. Oh, I just was not happy.
First time he transformed, and it was only for a moment. Well, I
Yep.
guess it transformed later.
Then the black vines ate him. Mm.
If I ever get pulled into the Gaim verse and like they offered me like the Pinecone Lockseed, I'd just run the other way screaming because it's like nope, don't want to die.
Yeah, it seems like anyone who gets the pine cone lock seed.
That is a mark of death.
Hase ended up dead in the series because he ate the fruit. Then Peko and
That's all we need to
Hase
say.
both Peko and Hase both died in this movie from having the energy and the regular lock seed, and it
Well-
just ate them.
It wasn't just because it was the Pinecone. I mostly say this because it was the Pinecones that went first.
I feel really sad about the pine cone because they're ninjas, and I really like ninjas. And
Not the closest thing you have to a ninja is Guy Yu-Gi-Oh!
how are they not ninjas? They have the thing, the headband part on their helmet, and they have they're ninjas.
No, they're actually based on the Japanese foot soldiers called Ashigaru.
Well, then who's the bastard that lied to me and told me they're ninjas? I will find you. I'm getting my hopes up. Now I just don't care about Matsubokuri. Matsubokuri die.
I mean, besides,
That
you've seen
no
that
one
ninja
in this group.
spear.
I don't know.
Although, now that you say that they're based on foot soldiers, it makes sense that he was the first to die.
It also makes sense that they were turned into grunts.
Yeah.
Which is actually something we haven't had in a while, I believe. We haven't had a rider grunt since Zek Troopers? Or not Zek Troopers.
Riot troopers.
Yeah.
No, we had. Well, no, Fives was before Kabuto. Never mind. My bad.
Well, okay, I guess technically in the Wizard movie, Mage was kind of a grunt.
Basically a mass production rider.
Yeah. See, grunt in this term refers, at least in my book, refers to multiple of them.
Well, there were multiple mages. They basically
Well-
in that movie everybody could have turned into mage.
Yeah. So that's only in the movie. That's only in the movie. I'm looking strictly in. If you look in the series itself, there was only 3 people who had the ability of mage. And
All right, let's not get off topic here.
yeah, sorry.
I
I tend to do that. My bad.
we
I'm
all
old
do.
enough to slap me one of these days. Anyway, the one thing I can say that I did like about the movie was And I guess it did kind of make it canon a little bit to the series, even though it's not directly, I guess, in a way.
Actually, technically is, but I'll get into that later.
Yeah. Specifically the last episode of Gaim. But anyway, the one thing that I liked about this was that they did describe, and I'm going to try to do my best to put this in the correct wording, that the overlords are like humans in that they do attack each other for the appropriation of power, and the guy who becomes Mars, what was his name?
Kogane.
Yeah, that's it, Kogane. He's actually the reason why they became overlords. Apparently they were trying to manufacture an artificial golden fruit, and it failed.
And created Mars.
Which subsequently created Lapis.
Not actually, no. He was around before Kogane, and he's the one who sealed him away.
Well, but at the same time, it creates Lapis in the way that we know him, in that it's where he made it his mission to keep Kogane away, to keep him locked up. That's why when Ryoma pops open the rock and releases Kogane, he's right there. He's like, oh crap, he's back. That's the reason why he was.
Yeah,
all right.
He basically saw the dangers of Kogane.
Yes.
He tried to act, but sadly, meh.
All right.
I just have a weird way of viewing it.
Yeah.
Although, I think we'll probably get into explaining the story.
So
I'll leave that to YouTube.
So pretty much, the opening of it is Kota fighting off some Inves, and he wins, and then he runs into Lapis.
He doesn't learn his name at the time, so at that point he's just a mysterious boy.
All right.
Wait, why is that important?
Just mentioning it.
Nobody knows anybody's name at first.
Yep.
Anyway. So Kota and Lapis get to talking, or mysterious boy. They get to talking, and Lapis notices a soccer ball. Kota explains the premise of soccer. Lapis likes the idea and basically puts all of Zawa. Well,
maybe we should.
Not all, but puts at least Kota into like a dream world, where instead of the dancing and the Inves, it's just strictly soccer.
A world with no violence.
That's kind of
world with no violence.
Going a little bit out of order, just because really what happens is that after they talk, Kota walks into this tunnel, and then when he comes out, he's suddenly in a soccer stadium, and he doesn't understand why. And what happens is that he finds himself in this world where instead of fighting each other with the Inves game, the teams of Zawane City are fighting each other via soccer games.
And at the end of the day, nobody hates each other, and because you see at one point that Kaito goes to shake Kota's hand at the end of the game, and there's no hard feelings, and woohoo! But at the same time, because Ryoma had, and we don't know this at this point, I'll just say for the record, we don't know this at this point, but because Ryoma had released Kogane, that's when all hell starts to break loose, and that's about the time that Peko gets the Pinecone Arms Lockseed.
Matsubokuri energy for God knows what reason.
That's a tongue tie, okay? So
yeah, what happens after that is that, starting with Peko, who mysteriously gains a Genesis driver and new Lockseed, the riders start to go crazy and start to fight each other. And when they do fight each other and defeat each other, what happens is that they get all these mysterious vines growing them. Then their suits disappear, and their armor gets absorbed into their lock seed. At the same time, when these happen, we see the shot of this mysterious lock seed that has pieces of it starting to form. It starts at rusty, and then bit by bit, it starts to turn gold.
Yep. And so pretty much that happens with Peko, Hase.
Who is back?
Yeah, who is back because in this world he never died.
There is that in this universe, Yuya and Hase never died.
Until depends on how you want to look at Yuya, because you find out later on that you find out about the midpoint of the movie, I guess.
Yeah.
That Yuya is actually Kogane.
Mhm.
Because
Yeah.
because Kota notices while they're in the fruit bar that Yuya has the black, or has that lock seed that KRX is talking about, and he slips up and says, well, I thought that I would use it to summon some Invis. And even Kota knows, in this world, there are no Invis. Who the hell are you?
Huh?
Let's see reveal.
Huh?
Be
Who are you? Huh?
All right.
And then when Kogane reveals that I'm not Yuya. Ah.
and what he reveals was that he was using his own power to make the riders fight each other, and when they did, they would get absorbed into their lock seeds, and they would power the golden apple lock seed, the golden Ringo.
Oh God, I want that. Maybe later. Anyway,
I mean, it's still cheap.
we'll see. We'll see. But anyway, so pretty much, if I remember it correctly, but this, it wasn't necessarily that they were trying to power the golden fruit. They were trying to power the artificial one. Since is that the way it went?
Not exactly. It was trying to power the golden Ringo lock seed, as Kogane turned out to be the artificially created golden fruit. It became him. And then he desired to, at least within this context, he, once he was free, he decided to try to destroy the world and recreate it so that he would be the god of this new world. And to do that, he would need the power of the golden Ringo lock seed.
Yeah. And so they fight. At one point, okay, what's the acorn, dude?
Dongri.
Thank you. So.
Gridon, that's his arm. Gridon is the writer.
Yep.
It's Ornax.
I will
Gridon.
get the stick.
Threaten him with the stick.
I
Anyway,
hate that name.
So anyway, because of the fighting and everything that's happening with the riders, Orin, or Mr. Bravo, decides to gather an army of people.
Basically his own private military.
His own, yeah. And then it flashes to a scene of Takatora and Michi in their mansion. And this is where I say I'm going to see this tie-in, because Takatora is on his way out after he's had this little conversation with Michi, and he says that he is going to go see his wife.
And so we find out that, along with Kota, Mitsuzane is the only other person who
Knows the truth.
isn't part of this illusion. Who
Okay, hold up. Can we talk about that wife part for a second? Did anybody else just say, so, when he said wife, I legit screamed at the TV, and I was all like, what?
Well,
What?
you know, I mean, if you think about it,
I skipped through some stuff. Who had the wife?
Kamen
Yeah, I can see that.
Or should we call him Kamen Rider
What, him
Gaim?
being married?
Yeah,
Or
no, I can totally see.
I can see it too, but I'm just saying, where did that come from? Why?
They basically kind of use that as a plot point to show that Mitsudana realizes that something's wrong, and he also is hurt by the.
Because this is an alternate world.
Yeah. I guess I didn't think about that part. I was like, what?
It's interesting, but it's also interesting that it says that, and you know, we just saw the thing from the new Kamen Rider movie where Takatora is going to actually have a love interest. So we'll see.
They're like unrelated.
But I know they're not going to be, but it's just interesting that the two were there, if you ask that. Anyway, so then comes the interesting part where you have the battle between Bravo and Zangetsushin and their armies.
Battle between Bravo's army and the Yggdrasil army.
The one question that I have wondered since I watched that movie today, and I think a few of y'all made mention of this as well. How did all those people get that much weaponry?
I was wondering that myself. Because I was just like, where did Oren's people get rocket launchers, and where did they get smoke suits?
That reminded me of like it was like a Kamen Rider Call of Duty.
Pretty much.
You have to remember that it was revealed that Oren was part of the military, part of a foreign military, so it is very possible that he called in former from that army.
They were quick.
With him.
I can see that for like a lot of the military gear and the rocket launchers, but I still question where did he get the Suika suits?
Yeah,
that's another one.
That was weird.
That was the point of the movie where I died, and I just gave up, and I was like, no. That's where I was like, I couldn't be more done with things, and I was just like.
See, at the time that I watched it, that didn't necessarily bother me, but now that I think about it, it does, because the Suika suits pretty much have to be used by someone that has the ability to transform using a Sengoku driver, or somehow fit the damn thing on a Genesis driver.
Also, was this movie directed by Michael Bay?
No.
Lots of explosions! Anyway. So, yeah, now that I think about it, that does kind of confuse me. It's like, where did all the Suika suits come from? Because from my understanding, there was only like one or two that were actually used by actual people. The others were by people that we know. The rest were like automated defense systems.
Well, no, it showed that there were soldiers in the Suika suits.
Right. They were not people with a belt.
Yeah, it was just regular soldier dudes, which was weird. But the thing that made... Because they specifically say that in this world, Helheim didn't exist. So I'm kind of sitting there wondering, where did the Lockseeds come from? Or not that, but it wasn't invading, or whatever.
Well,
and I'm trying to figure out where did the Lockseeds for this world come from? Where did the 5 Suika Lockseeds come from? And I think we're spending way too much time discussing these Suika suits.
Yeah. All we can do is this. Blame Sid.
I think the possible reason for that is that they were imperfections in the universe that Levis created, because he didn't know all that much about the Lockseeds and the Armored Riders.
We'll give it that. Anyway, So pretty much we see all hell break loose between the two armies. Kaito joins in, and you think that he's going to be on the side, and no, he's just there to attack anyone and everyone that gets in his way. Good for you, Kaito.
At the same time, it's more perhaps like he was there to stop the fighting.
Well, yeah, you could look at it that way too, but it's never really brought out, that that's the case.
Yeah.
But anywho, so pretty much Zangetsu, Dongari,
Redon.
Baron, and Bravo, those four just beat the hell out of each other, and at the last, and they pretty much get devoured by their suit, or by their Lockseed, or so we think, but you find out that later. Anyway, so it goes on, and
Gaim is fighting Conrad Mouse, who had at this point revealed himself. Then their battle goes over to where the big army battle was, and he discovers the Lockseeds that were left behind.
Oh boy, I know it's coming.
So then, but
and this is the point where it tends to get a little rushed, just a little. So, brain fart. Okay. So pretty much, Gaim then activates his Jimba arms with lemon energy, and because Mars pops up again and starts wreaking havoc, tries to overtake Gaim in doing the same thing to him that happened to everybody else by eating them and then devouring them through the Lockseed, but he actually goes bad. We have Negaverse Jimba arms.
Or Black Jimba Lemon arms.
Or that too. I call him the Negaverse. He's right up there with Negataros.
Black Jimba arms. There's not even lemon even mentioned in the name.
Anywho, so pretty much this particular side of Kota really does not care for anybody. It's that deep, dark pit that's not utilized much by Kota, and it's been brought forward. He starts attacking. Well, Lapis, after Mai, that's it. Just making sure I've got my names right. Mai kind of talks and says, this is pretty much says in a nutshell, this isn't like him, because he'd normally fight to protect people, because Lapis is very dejected about Kota fighting, saying he's just like the rest. And so after hearing Mai say what she says, Lapis basically enters into Kota's mind and essentially brings him out of it. And then finally, he comes out, and he goes into Kachidoki arms.
Mm-hmm.
Fights, and the bugs take over, or the bugs fly around Mars, take them to like a dirt pit, in a way.
And then we have the start of the final battle.
And we have the final battle, where he finally goes into Kiwami arms. Side note on all of this, I kind of see the reason why Kota does not go straight to the most powerful form that he has all the time. I understand why he goes through the weaker Lockseeds. I guess, and what goes through my head is that he's trying not to overpower the enemy unless he absolutely has to. If he can defeat them in a weaker form, he will. But if he cannot, he'll go to a more powerful form. However, if you get your butt kicked in Jimba arms, go straight to Kiwami. It's like, okay, I just had my butt handed to me. Kiwami, bloop, fruits basket, Dai Shogun, okay. Start flipping through the weapons. Yeah.
You gotta remember that you can't blame the character for that. You have to blame, the
I
writing
know.
and direction.
I know. You. There I go, getting tongue-tied again.
And I think one of the big reasons they did that here in the movie because it's a movie, it's not an episode. So they wanted to try to show off as many forms as possible.
I could see that. So then you finally have a battle between Kiwami and Mars on horse.
Also, I just realized that they usually leave save Loxie's Kiwi and stuff like that for movies now.
Hmm.
Yeah. But,
Kind of.
I didn't see Strawberry. That was in the last movie. What else did they use? They used Kiwi and oh, you know what was also fun to see? Gaim used the other main rider's arms.
Yep.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
Which he'd already used in the past episodes, but he for the first time used Dongri arm and Durian arm.
Yeah, Banana that was used, so I was like whatever. But the others, those are pretty cool.
I think the only one that Gaim has not used himself in terms of an actual Loxie is Budo. I don't think I've seen him use Budo yet, or Mango.
There are plenty he hasn't used.
Yeah, there's a lot he hasn't used. He hasn't used Zangetsu. No wait, or did he use Zangetsu? I forget. In the Hyper Battle?
No, he's not used Zangetsu yet.
He's not used Melon.
Anyway, so finally that one bit in the intro from the series where he's riding the horse wasn't entirely pointless because he finally has a horse battle. Poor horses though. I don't think they knew what the hell was going on.
Part of that horse fight was dumb because it was just them kind of going around each other in circles. Yeah. It's not until they start going into the full gallop that it's like, oh, finally, we have a horse battle. Let's do this. A horse battle that lasts all of frickin' 2 minutes.
Yeah. So finally, Kiwami Arms destroys the enemy's horse, which is made up of bugs. And then he decides to fuse, and then so Mars decides to fuse with those bugs and make, what was it, Volt?
Oh god. The skeleton fire unicorn Kitsune of Doom.
I thought you said demonic. No, you said after that. You said demonic.
It was at first demonic, but then I saw the head was skeletal, so it became skeleton.
Okay.
But it's just the horse has 9 tails, the unicorn horn, and it just, oh my god.
So pretty much,
the whole thing was metal as hell.
I want one as a pet.
And then Gaim summons his two weapons, the boosted weapon Hinawa Dai Jijitsu, combines them into the Daiken mode, the greatsword, and then he uses that to defeat the giant fire horse. And after that, it frees all the other riders.
Yep.
Guys, I will return here in a moment.
Uh-oh.
So then we get to the final part, where all the riders transform, along with Lapis, who uses a silver Ringo Loxie that DJ Sagara gives him, to become Kamen Rider Kamuro. Then you have the final battle, which is basically a Kamen Rider soccer game, where Lapis turns himself into a soccer ball, and they kick him around, and finally Gaim uses said ball to destroy and defeat Mollis.
So what part did we get to?
I just explained the whole thing with Gaim destroying the horse, the other riders being freed, and then the final battle with Kamuro coming in, and the soccer game.
Yo, did we just spoil the whole movie?
Yeah.
Whoops.
I don't think we've ever done that before. I don't think that's again, just saying. But talk about the simple, just get to the point. But damn, that was literally the whole movie.
Yep.
At least all the stuff you need
Coming
to
from
know.
the guy who says, "Oh yeah, well, you guys know that Spider-Man dies, right?"
Hey, I said Japanese Spider-Man dies. Hey, there's plenty of other spiders that have died in the Spider-Verse right now.
Well, I guess we're kind of going into this with the assumption that people who are watching this have also seen the movie.
Or just don't care.
Yeah, or just don't care.
Anyway.
I would hope so.
Anywho, so the final form of Kogane is made apparent, and we finally see Lapis transform.
Lapras.
Lapis.
Lapis. I'm sorry. Okay, I've always said Lapis. So when I see Lapis, I say Lapis.
All right.
It's force of habit. Anywho.
It's funny because you're also saying pens.
Oh my goodness.
What? Anywho.
Oh, I said sorry. I said you're saying pens in Spanish.
Oh my goodness. Whatever.
So in this case, his name comes from the blue mineral lapis lazuli.
Yes.
Someone find Lazuli. We'll have Android 17 and 18.
Anywho, so the poor dude has two forms. You never actually see him attack with his spear.
Okay.
With a soccer ball.
Form, it's more like him transforming himself into something for the other riders to use.
He becomes a soccer ball.
I'm so mad at that scene. I'm so mad. Because it's like, oh my god, this guy actually looks like he'll have a cool fight with... I wanted to see the Gold and Silver Apples fight.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, he just tensions, then turns into a soccer ball and does nothing.
Except get kicked around.
I was laughing a whole bunch at it, but I was still mad that the poor guy got to do nothing.
I always hate when Toei does that shit. They're like, hey, there's going to be a new rider.
You know, I kind of feel like this is Bandai's fault for creating a Silver Apple rider, because you hear a lot of times about Golden Apple, but you rarely hear about a Silver Apple. I think they just did so they could have a Gold Rider and Silver Rider.
I guess, but it's like he did just nothing, and it's like, why have him in the move?
And it kind of like why there weren't really many scenes of him shown in the trailers and commercials and stuff. Because they really didn't have footage to show.
They always show in the trailers when the show was running. All we saw of him was in the lineup, and that's literally the only time you see him. When they're about to do the big group henshin, Saguro just shows up and goes, "Here you go, have this Silver Apple, bye."
Yeah.
Pretty much.
It's
annoying.
He just got shoehorned in, is how it felt. And it's like, if you want to have a soccer ball finish, don't introduce a new rider just to have him transform into a soccer ball. Just have you.
Also, that was his final form.
It wasn't.
I'm gonna say this.
Oh no! Oh wait! No. What is it? Kogane, the goal, that was his final form, and what's his face even said it. He was like, "That's his final form, gigantic soccer goal."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I guess, but
big soccer ball.
But like, it's at that point, don't even have it's Kamuro, right?
Yes, Kamuro.
You might as well just have a Kamen Rider ball.
Yeah. That was one thing that did aggravate me. It's like, because I was hoping to see an actual fight. what was the point of bringing him in if all he's going to do is turn into a soccer ball?
Mm-hmm.
Because that's
More stuff to
seriously,
sell, I guess.
Yes,
You know,
I know the Japanese love soccer. Okay, I understand that.
When I
But-
found it out, that upset me too, but I kind of left on just a little bit just because I like the idea of the movie kind of starting out with a soccer game and ending with a soccer game.
Well, see, I was
Yeah.
going to say, I understand that Japan likes soccer. That's one of their big sports.
Also, because there was a tournament going on, I believe.
The
when
World
came out,
Cup.
right? Yeah,
Yeah, the
that,
World
that too.
But come on now. Yes, and I also understand that the movie is soccer themed. But did they necessarily have to make the enemy soccer based? I mean, come on. We had the freaking.
That's how. The ending, they killed him by hitting the ball into the goal. What the fuck?
Yeah. Seriously.
And then your song starts playing.
Well, to me, I think that justifies the whole soccer thing.
It does in its own way. I respect them. This is the thing. I respect them for going all out with this theme. I'm not gonna hold back and laughing at it, but the movie was fun. That's about.
Yeah.
Oh.
I want to know if the Japanese kids actually enjoy some of these really, oh god, awful movies they put out. Awful in my opinion.
I'd say it was awful. I thought it was a fantastic movie. In some part, I think the movie had some aspects that were better than the show.
Yeah. I'm gonna say this. I would much rather have a show about this world than what we got out of actual Gaim.
Yeah.
Oh god.
It would have been interesting to see how they could have made the series based around this world. It would have been. It would have been really intriguing.
For me, I felt like it went going back to what we said earlier, when you spoke about Vote, how it was rushed for a certain point. For me, I felt like it was at one point it was rushed, and then they slowed it down. The pace kept going up and down like a roller coaster, and it just
Yeah,
felt,
no, it had some minor flaws, but nothing that I would ever say makes it awful. The movie was still good and fun. All movies have problems to them, and some are critical. Others are just kind of minor. Again, but that sometimes is all to opinion. To me, a minor flaw could be a major flaw to someone else. So.
Yeah. That's one thing. That's one thing to remember.
The only misstep in the entire movie, in my personal opinion, is Kamuro.
Yeah. Well, I guess to me the two missteps would be Kamuro. Oh, the three missteps would be Kamuro, Kurokage Shin, and Black Jinba Arms.
Yeah.
I mean, I think the weird thing about Kamuro is that for this movie they had two movie exclusive writers. When for the past two Gaim-related movies, we had one new writer. In the Sengoku movie, it was Bujin Gaim, and in Kamen Rider Taisen, it was 15.
And see, those when they were introduced, they actually had good fights.
Mm. Well, I won't say that Wallace had bad fights. He definitely had good fights.
I feel like at some point in the movie, it just looked like they dropped the plot, made a new plot, dropped that plot, brought back the old plot, and then they were all like, derp. And it was all. I just felt like the movie was all over the place.
That's how I feel too.
I just wasn't feeling it in any way.
I don't know. I mean, to me, I think it actually did pretty good on the plot side because when you look at it, it's kind of a take on human nature. That no matter how much they may try to avoid conflict, eventually people just end up fighting each other. War happens. No matter how much avoid it.
Tagline of the movie. War
Hey,
happens.
make it at least. They can make a Kamen Rider Soccer the video game.
It can be up there with the ranks of Mega Man Soccer.
Oh wait, it could be a mini game in Summon Ride. Who the hell knows?
And yes, folks, that's a thing. Mega Man
Free
Soccer.
DLC.
Wait, excuse me?
You didn't know that?
No.
Yeah, that's the thing. Mega Man Soccer.
Oh my.
oh, exactly. Oh my.
Oh my.
Oh my.
I also feel that with this movie, the action was really well done. Like, it was high
Oh
energy,
my god, this
had
fight.
good pacing to it, and really took advantage of, CG, different special effects, the suit actors themselves. It was just really well done.
Oh, Budo used his gun for once.
Ryugen, yeah.
Oh, did I say Budo? My bad. Ryugen. He actually used his gun for once, and I think he hit something.
Or,
Mhm.
He's used it before, but he never hits anything.
hey, duds.
So he was a stormtrooper before?
Yeah. Shoots first and misses.
Well, I mean, in this movie, Ryugen did have some significance, being the only other character who, was still themselves.
Yeah. That is a good point, but poor Michi.
I think the weird thing here is that for the final battle, it had every rider except for Duke and Sigurd.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Wait.
because
That's
Duke
because, yeah.
eaten, and Sigurd got eaten too.
Just like everybody else.
Yeah, they got eaten, but they didn't return.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking at the lineup, and we have Kurokage, Gridon, Bravo. What the heck was the name of Peach Energy?
Marika.
Marika.
Okay, Marika, Lemon Energy Baron, meh.
Yeah, I'm kind of
Kamuro.
wondering if they weren't brought in because they were the only two riders out of them that they at the time considered bad guys or something.
Yeah, they were evil bastards.
I don't know. Also, Team Genesis never played soccer. What the hell?
Well, neither did Team
Oh, yeah,
Sharp.
and team. Yes, I was expecting all the teams to play soccer, but no.
I think
That soccer game was ended real fast.
Mhm.
soccer game was
Real
fun.
fast.
I had to ask myself a couple times, what am I watching here? Because it's pretty darn hilarious.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, I guess one thing that's kind of a shame is that Yugen, or Lusana was aware of his original concept. He had been his original mind. He was not part of the illusion. And I guess what's a shame about that is that we could have had the chance to have two riders versus two riders. We could have had Ryugen on Team Gaim.
Yeah, wait. Where was Ryugen during the soccer game? Whose team would he have been on?
We don't know.
he was on Genesis.
Really?
Yeah, he was there. He was... hang on, let me find the moment. 'Cause I'm really sure he was already there.
I don't think so.
He was
in the
up in the
He wasn't in the stadium with the rest of them.
Hang on.
Yeah, the only
No,
members.
yeah, he... Oh, wait, no, that's, Marika.
Yeah.
Yamamoto. I actually mistook that as Michi because of the hair, and I did not see the
The breastises.
yeah, I didn't see those.
Watching with the sound, you would have heard her voice, and you would actually hear part of the sound for the Beach Energy Lock scene playing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think overall, just kind of wrapping it up a little bit, the movie, yes, I do have to admit that about halfway through, once it's revealed that Kogane is, once he reveals what he's doing, it does feel a little rushed, and I do hate the fact that at the end we get the introduction of a new rider who doesn't get to do anything except turn into a soccer ball. But on the off chance, because apparently Gaim did receive big acclaims from what I can understand, it would not surprise me for there to be yet another Gaim movie. Do we ever actually see... Okay. Lapis, or Lapis. What's his name?
Lapras.
Lapis.
Just say it however you want. Just say it however you want.
Okay. I know that we see him turn into the little gold dots. Does that mean that he died?
Maybe.
Yes.
But we don't know for sure that he died.
Well, he did say he can finally rest in peace.
Yeah.
But we've come to learn in the Toku world that resting in peace does not always mean death.
Yeah, he could just go take a nap,
God damn it, frogs.
Anyway, the reason why I say that is because, Gaim did receive such high acclaim, it would not surprise me for there to be another Gaim movie brought about. Maybe, we know that there's always like the superhero or Super Sentai team up. There could be a Kamen Rider team up, assuming
isn't
that
there supposed to be a team up with Rave?
That being said, I think they would bring back Kamuro, because if you remember from the series at the end, they kind of sort of brought back Kogane, but not as Malus.
Yeah,
Well,
he was brought...
but they could. If they were to do anything else with Gaim, they could potentially bring him back. It'd be interesting. We don't know 100% sure that he died, as in never coming back. But, because if I remember correctly, in the series, when Mai was being reborn as the... Anyway, whatever that thing, the mother of beginning, or goddess of beginning, or whatever that title was, her body turned into the little gold dots and was whisked away into another, or to like a time vortex thingy. So in a way, could that not happen with Lapis?
Hey, wait. Hero. I can't pronounce your name. Hero Gadon. Take a power nap, then tug an energy drink. Fallen Rider.
Oh! Oh! Pokemuki arms. Because of you, frogs.
Oh, goodness gracious.
Pokemuki arms. That's going to stick with me now.
I don't know what the name of that lock seed would be, but I'd buy it.
I would, in a heartbeat. Anywho, does anyone have any final thoughts on this one?
Well, I would like to say that, I at least hope that with the, very likely director's cut of the film, as, some movies typically do get a later director's cut, I'm hoping we get somewhat of a fight scene with Kamuro.
Yeah. This is one thing that, and please correct me if I'm wrong. With other Kamen Rider series, we've seen, if you remember seeing on Acer subs, which is who was subbing it at the time.
One of the people.
Huh?
One of the people, because of course there was also other groups.
Well, one of them. The Acer's where I got mine.
Okay.
Anywho, they had like a big article with pictures from like the final filming date or of the series and all that. And my question is this: is that the first time that they've ever done anything like that? Where they've had like the big article, or not necessarily not like a group having it, but where they've had
the farewell to actors.
Yeah, like the big sentimental wrap up with the actors.
No, they do that. It's just not all the time people comment on them because it's like, well, series is over, got to move to the next one. But I mean, yeah, they've done that before.
Okay.
I'm kind of glad. I'm gonna be honest about the subs. I actually really like them, and I think they were like a good middle ground between groups like TV Nihon, who don't translate enough, and Overtime, who translates too much.
Yep.
Who was the subgroup? That was like really random. Is it just a random one-off subgroup?
One guy who calls himself Banana Arms.
Actually, Banana Arms. That guy's actually a YouTuber, I believe. I've seen.
Oh man, the dude is also kind of in hot water because he apparently took. Because when I was on the page for this, I saw someone left him a huge comment of, you can ask to use my scrubber for something to do with the video. He basically took someone else's work and put it as his own.
Yeah, I think he just... I've seen one of his videos where when Rise Up Your Flag wasn't out yet, he got a lot of the footage when the song was in the show, and he just slapped it all together, edit out as much as he could, and then that might have been somebody else's work. I'm not too sure if that's what they're saying, that he took somebody else's work. And then all he did was slap Banana Arms at the very beginning, like the lock seat opening.
Yeah,
well.
I saw that too. I was just, you know what?
At the same time, he still put a script to a video, which is something that nobody else had done before. Not even the person whose script he used and modified.
I guess.
I don't know.
At least we got the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got the movie. That's all that's important.
We got the movie subbed and better quality than the original post.
Yeah.
So all you people that are chatting with us, especially Hero Geddon and Abba Dragon Ranger, I think we're taking the Pokemuki arms a little too far now, but it's still hilarious.
What the heck does Pokemuki even mean?
I don't know what Pokemuki means, but who said it first? I think it was Abba Dragon. Yeah, Abba Dragon Ranger said it first, and I don't know why, but he said Pokemuki arms. Because I said Lapras.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyways, I think we're hitting the end on this.
I guess
we
so.
are.
I mean, unless people have other things to talk about.
I have nothing else to
Actually,
say.
I do have one thing, and it's really quick, and that is, oh my God, I love the Mars suit. I love that thing. It is gorgeous, and I want it. I want an actual full-size replica that can sit back there, because it's very rare that I get into a European knight design.
Oh,
how do you like those recolorings, though?
I'll kill you.
Well, I also really liked Kamaro's design, so it's a shame that he didn't get a proper chance to really fight.
Yeah.
Hey, I'll whip out Pokemuki arms on you.
I'll get the stick.
Wait, you were muted. I think you were typing.
I kind of was. I will murder you. Murder so hard.
I'll get the
Anyways.
stick.
No. I think we're hitting that point, but yeah, I just really like the Mars suit. Kamaro's was cool too. And that's kind of all I got left to it, I believe.
And overall, I just thought it was a great movie. Great summer movie for Gaim. It had good action, a good story, even a good message, and I felt like it kept up a good pace the whole time. Like, there were never any points where it felt like it had a kind of a lull. Like, obviously there were more calm moments, but it never felt like it got boring or slow.
Yeah, I can give it that.
I'll give it that. Eric?
I felt like there were some slow moments. I'm more inclined to agree with Adrian. It was all over the place. The one thing I will say is, though, that the ending for the movie was fitting for Gaim's popularity, because it made me feel, it made me realize, like, wow, this series is over. I'm sad.
Although this movie did come out before the series ended in Japan.
Yeah. To me,
Well, we got it last, so that's what I mean.
Right.
yeah, I get that. I think it was a good way to close the book on this for me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, technically the book... Well...
The book is
yeah,
closed for me for now.
For now, until
For now it is.
Yeah. Drive Gaim. I drive Gaim crazy.
Movie Tyson full throttle.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right.
Go follow us on Twitter.
And
Yeah.
Facebook. And YouTube. And
yeah, we got a Twitter, we got a Facebook, obviously, we've got a
And
YouTube.
we have a Tumblr.
Oh,
Do
please
we?
no.
Why?
We don't have a Tumblr yet, and we
No,
don't
Yeah,
have
not yet.
no, we do, but it just hasn't been used at all.
Why?
Wait, we have a Tumblr?
Yeah,
Thomas
Excuse me?
created it.
Oh.
it like the last thing posted to it was our second episode of this podcast.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it hasn't been used very much.
Delete that Tumblr.
I don't know if we can.
Well, possibly, I may look into the information for that, so that we can possibly use it again.
I'll use it.
We'll see.
I don't know. We'll see.
I know how to Tumblr.
For now, I think we have enough.
Yeah.
But
Hey, just be grateful that we literally cannot use an Instagram.
oh, thank God.
Well, we could.
No. No.
Stick.
It would just be really weird because there'd be five. Like
The
maybe
only thing we could really do on Instagram is put a picture up of, say, like the image or the opening image of what we're reviewing, and
or like we could all share the account and take different selfies around the world.
I'm kidding.
Oh, God. You think I'm afraid of a stick?
Be afraid of the stick I have.
Yeah, it's called Grimdale's sword.
Where we begin to get,
This is where.
Shutdown procedures. So pretty much, if you look in our description, that's all of our YouTube. That's our YouTube stuff. Our group stuff for Super Sentai Riders United. It's our stuff for that. It's also our personal stuff that we have. Do we even want to do individual shameless plugs?
we've been doing that a lot.
We've done that enough.
We've done it enough, so I'll just sum it up. Just look in the description below. You'll see all the stuff that we personally have, that we all personally do. So go like it, subscribe it, comment on it if it's YouTube, blah, blah, blah.
My channel's personally dead. Unfortunately.
Fix that.
It's kind of dead.
But
dead. It's dead, Jim.
but yeah, so basically in our descriptions, everything that we have.
Tell your
So
friends
go
about us.
like it, go do it.
Tell your friends.
We'll love you for it.
It would
And
help.
share it with your friends.
Ask your friends if they know who KRX50 is. He's famous because he's right here. Not
Yes.
me. Not me. But come on.
Nope, not the frog.
Because he uber famous.
Yes.
I'm not that famous.
Hey, you're
And
famous.
he's humble
enough.
too.
Hey, plenty of people on Facebook Rangers knew who you were.
Okay.
Hey, Abba Dragon Ranger says we're awesome and it's his first time watching us.
Okay, cool.
Keep
Woo!
it coming. Keep
Shout
it
out to
coming.
Abba
We
Dragon
like
Ranger.
you. We like you even more now. Keep coming.
Shout out to him because he has a Dragon Ranger. And it's
Yeah,
not
you're a
green.
dragon. So
And it's not green.
No, his Twitter account, he's got the Green Ranger as his profile picture.
No, it's the Dragon Ranger.
anywho.
Or the Dragon
Anywho.
Ranger, yes.
They have
Anywho.
Oh.
So with all that said, do we have anything that we want to say before we wrap it up and be done?
No, I'm good.
Stay away from drugs. Work hard. You can be a winner.
Oh, wait.
G.I.
Stay in school,
I
kids.
got a few things to say. One, Pokemookie Arms. Yes, winning. And the second is don't forget to take a power nap and chug an energy drink. Quote Hero Geddon. Or Gaiden. Whatever.
Get in.
Brush your
Get
school.
in,
Go to
God.
sleep. Make sure you get 8 hours of drugs.
Whatever you like, keep reaching for your own personal golden fruit.
Yep.
Oh,
The golden
God.
fruit makes you
All right.
hallucinate. So make sure you're calm and in a good mood when you take it.
Yeah.
I'm referring to it as like a goal.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah.
All right.
I'm dying! Okay.
All right. Well, with all that said, we're all signing out.
Oh, wait.
Oh.
One more thing. Thanks for joining us on
Yes.
our first podcast of the year.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Of
Actually,
22.
no, wait. Was Ultraman...
What
No.
if it was Ultraman?
Oh, yeah, no. The second new podcast of 2015.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. With all that said, I hope you all have a good evening. I hope you enjoyed watching us rant, rave, and overall discuss this wonderful movie. Yes, I took your line.
Just like the angriest face is like, you one of these days.
He couldn't hold it. With all that said, I hope you have a good night. Good night, everybody.
Later.
Peace, everybody.
Later.